Essentially, Stanbuzz is a platform where people, come to find solutions for marketing needs. Um, it helps them spend their ad budget efficiently. So, as it stands, we have three different offers for them. One, a person can learn to spend their budget efficiently through our courses. We have top-notch courses that explain step-to-step guides on how to run ads that will be effective and will give them the results that they desire. We have top-notch courses from a wide variety of platforms in Nigeria. Secondly, they can actually just go ahead and hire a person that will do the marketing for them. So we're trying to bridge the gap between the search for a vetted, qualified, trusted, one of the biggest issues, marketing expert for them to just find and to do the adverts for them. And then also, if they just want to talk, they can book a consultation session, because there really isn't so much opportunity for businesses to just find a time to speak to consultants for, I think, a low price. It's usually very highly priced. The idea with consultation is that the consultants are usually very scarce to talk to. They're usually highly placed groups of people, yeah? They usually have maybe 500,000 followers on Instagram, and it takes there's a gap between them and the average business person to talk to. So what we're doing is we're collapsing that. You can easily find an expert marketing consultant to speak with. You can book easily, and they schedule something, and it's not for a very high price, And you can quickly get clarity and something about your business, especially in marketing area.
That sounds great. So, who is a typical customer for
The typical customer is the typical person that wants to, well, I would say typical customer would be a small business or a big business. But in the real sense, it's basically anyone, to be honest. Anyone that wants to market. Question who is Google's typical customer, who is Facebook's typical customer? Basically everyone. From someone who wants brand awareness, to someone who wants to sell their products, to someone who wants to get more views for their videos, to someone who wants to get more traffic to their website. Basically, all those people can find solutions from us. But our typical customer is usually someone business-oriented, to be frank. Yeah.
Okay. So what's the big picture? What's the idea? Let's say 3-5 years from now for Stanbuzz?
Yeah, and the idea would be to make the internet ad spend more efficient. Look at it that way. So two platforms control most of the advert revenue on the internet, Facebook and Google. But it doesn't necessarily mean that all the advert experiences from those platforms are well served. And there are three stakeholders in advertising where do I see it. One, the business, the person who is advertising, paying. Two, where they're advertising, the platform. Three, the consumer, the person seeing the adverts. And when we look at those platforms, look at Google, for example, Google AdSense particularly. They try to connect the three stakeholders here. They are the connector between those three platforms. But there aren't guarantees when you look at each one of those, for each of those stakeholders. If you look at, for the advertiser, with Google AdSense, when you take your ad to Google AdSense, you can no longer be guaranteed that your advert will be seen by the person you want. Why? Because Google AdSense usually serves with scripts to websites. And so with ad blockers, I wouldn't see your ad. I don't see people's ads on AdSense. So one, the first stakeholder is not guaranteed. Two, the second stakeholder being the platform isn't guaranteed much. First, Google has some weird rules with what it takes for you to qualify to put AdSense. Second, Google has some weird rules that can take you off at any time. And then third, the consumer, the one who sees the content, the experience for them isn't the best as well. So we're trying to sort of build something more native, not in the script way, not the way Google serves, but more localized to Africa, Nigerians, and yeah. So the big picture would be to sort of recreate the communication between those three stakeholders and serve the ad one for the advertiser to have more efficiency. Because if the consumer likes the way the ads are served, the odds are that they would interact with it more and perhaps buy from you more. So can there be something done better? Yeah, we think there can be, and that's what we're working on. Two, if the platforms understand the consumers more. Many platforms seem not to understand the consumers. They just slap ad for revenue. So what if the platforms can draw some insight from what the consumer wants? Yeah. And then tailor the ads to fit into. So imagine what the big picture for us is to have done a good job on the three stakeholders and to serve advertising and marketing so much better than it is, such that everybody will feel better about that experience. And then there'll be more efficiency on that. So yeah, the big picture is to really, really increase ad spend efficiency on the internet. And we feel like, yeah, there are many more ways to do it.
That sounds like a very big goal.